Hi everyone. So here's some helpful hints on how to write your justification of your selected design option. You can see it comes in three parts. There's the introduction, the body, and then a conclusion, similar to an essay. Your introduction is just setting the scene. So you're just stating which design option you and your client have chosen. An example here, design option my client has chosen is design option 2. It's important to use a number. This designer has made some modifications, so she's then justified that with however features from both design option 1 and 3 will be added in order to meet my client's needs. If you're just selecting one of your options with no modifications, then you just need to use the first sentence here. The second part briefly describes the design. So when you're describing something, you're using words to describe what it looks like. Best way to do this is to imagine your client can't see the design option. You should use technical terms such as chiffon, which is a material name, sheared, she's put in here somewhere, which is a process. So woodwork students, you might say routed edges, you might say mitre join, you'd name your timbers such as Tasmanian oak, so that you're actually describing those features. Think of your functions, pockets, drawers, so you need to describe those. It's quite good to write a list of the actual features of your product that you should highlight. Then you can sum up at the end with one sentence their overall feelings, a little quote from your client. So she feels option 2 of these modifications best captures the magical theme of her party. Again, this reference back to those constraints. Here you can see around 150 to 200 words is enough for the introduction. The body paragraph, you must devote a paragraph to each of the design option criteria. So if you have 5 design option criteria, there should be 5 paragraphs. You can see they're just short paragraphs. They're about 100 words each, so 5 100-word paragraphs is adequate. You must explain why the option you have chosen is the best, and you must use evidence. So there's examples of the type of evidence below. You must use at least one source, but 2 sources of evidence is preferable. So you can see here that you can either compare your design option selection to other design options. So compared to design option 2, design option 1 has a more unique shape to it. You can quote feedback from your client. Upon seeing design option 2, Jane said, "Oh, there's just something about that I absolutely love." You can discuss the marks, so you've given them all been ranked against the same criteria, so compare the actual score out of 10 that each one got. And then the last one is to discuss any relevant points you have as the designer. Remember, this is about the designer-client relationship, and so you bring some expert knowledge to the discussion and the selection, and your client brings their personal feelings and knowledge and their understanding of their need to the discussion, and it's the combined discussion between the two of you that decides which product is the best, or which design is the best. Here are all different examples from previous students highlighted to show which type of evidence they've used in their response. Again, no more than really about 100 to 120 words per paragraph. A conclusion is just a brief summary. So you can see I've added some little comments here. If I just move this over. No, I can't. Here we go. So it's vital that it is that joint decision. So stating in your conclusion that this decision was come to by a discussion with both you and your client. An overall score, so here the total score has been discussed, so it is the design option usually with the highest overall score that will be the one that you make. And then just a little quote from your client or something that really sums it all up. So this one, the client said, with the different fabrics used excited my client, and she stated, "I love the idea and the textures used." So compared to the other designs, it was bolder without being over the top and flattered my client's shape as well. So it just gives you a little summary of, again, this is the key reason why my client and I have gone with this. I hope that's helpful. Please remember to draft, send it through to me, and I can provide spoken and written feedback to you. Have a great day.